Well, hello, hello, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojo Maria and Saroma coming to you with my pre-show. Whoop! And lots of technical craziness going on. But I am here with my dear sister queen, Reverend AdaRa.
Yes.
As we're waiting for the broadcast to calm down to do its intro music. But oh my God, this has been so crazy. My second computer stopped working. We couldn't hook up your phone.
That's right.
Oh my God.
The earbuds don't work.
I'm going to turn my volume all the way up. I think that we'll catch it on this microphone.
Okay. How's this? Do I sound loud enough to pick it up?
You're good. I think so. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine.
Okay. Absolutely. I'll just talk loud enough.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
We got a Father's Day trick going here. That's what that is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It just cray. It's just a little cray.
Amen.
And it's all good.
Always. We have to have a good time when we get together.
We have to have a good time. And I'm nursing kind of it started out as some allergy, and now it's gone into more bronchial stuff. And so I have just also been like slowed down today. And the last thing I could deal with was technical stuff being off. Like, really? I'm like, oh my God, there's Anika. Hey, Queen Anika. She said she's so excited for the conversation. Yes.
Good. I'm excited for your audience. I haven't been on in a year.
All right, I can begin this in earnest now. The radio stopped. I'm going to unmute that mic. And I'm going to say, once I get rid of this banner, good evening and welcome to Wisdom Walk Talk here on Black Hole Radio and my YouTube channel, Wisdom Walk to Self-Mastery. I am your host and guide, Jojo Maria and Saroma, and I am breaking kind of with my routine for the next 3 weeks to interview some of the people in my life who are total comrades, colleagues, sister queens, as we're on this journey of success and living our happy endings. And so it's my great pleasure to welcome Miss Queen Reverend Dr. AdaRa L. Walton. Oh, we made it. We made it here. Absolutely.
Yes, we did.
Now, as always, before I begin, I'm going to honor the ancestors. And of course, my teachers, Malidom and Sabonfu Somé, are always a part of what I do with this wonderful medicine that they brought over from Burkina Faso. And so I ask all you listeners and watchers out there to join me thinking about your ancestors as I do this invocation. Creator, Mother, Father, God, Source, all the one, all that is, we thank you, we thank you, we thank you for your blessing and mercy in our lives and for giving us another opportunity to be here on purpose, doing what it is that you, Creator, would have us do. Ancestors, we call out to you as we near the end of the first half of 2024 and ask you to enable us to live our personal renaissance more deeply by remembering and acting upon our higher purposes during this auspicious and landmark mineral year. Grant us access to our higher timeline where we know that what we are seeking is seeking us. Give us the strength and courage to continue to accept and embrace this new age and new earth consciousness daring greatly to live out our new narratives, and knowing that these are divinely scripted for ourselves and for our world. And most importantly, continue to enable us to move forth from the dark ages of modernity by placing our heads below our hearts, valuing people over profits, and always choosing love over fear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Ashe aho, asa shinga bismilan. So it is. Ashe. So, Queen, here we are. Here we are. And give me just a moment to remind the people who are listening through the live broadcast that they can call into this number if they have problems like we were having in the beginning and they lose the connection to their Wi-Fi. It is area code 563-999-3089. And in another 15 or 20 minutes, we are going to take phone calls, excuse me, through that number, which again is 563-999-3089. And when you call in, if you want to get on the quay to ask a question, you press the number 1 on your dial pad, and my tech will know that that you're there. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, Queen AdaRa, I am going to take a moment to find this document. Here it is, where I want to share with our audiences a brief bio about you. So, you all need to know this woman is a multi-skilled healing master. Queen AdaRa is somebody I go to when I need support. And she is an ordained reverend, a doctor of naturopathy, a bioenergy kinesiologist, a medium, a certified quantum touch practitioner, a heart and soul practitioner, a Reiki Amano Huna master, teacher, and practitioner, a shaman, and she is certified energy healer for animals. Queen AdaRa has studied and worked with the human energy fields for the past 45 years, using aromatherapy, homeopathy, color, sound, and light in her dynamic healing practices called HeartBridge Wellness, LL.C. Now, she received professional mediumship training through the following organizations: the Burning Bush Spiritualist Temple in Baltimore, Maryland, the Arthur Findlay College in England, the De Zamenhof in the Netherlands, and the Indiana Association of Spiritualists at the historic Camp Chesterfield in Indiana, and she's a member of the Indiana Association of Spiritualists. Also, educating persons who seek healing in self-healing is the foundation of her practice. She believes the body unlocks its truth. Queen Reverend Dr. Walton is also author of the book, Everybody's Truth Muscle Testing for the Masses. There it is. And she provides private and affordable spiritual and energy healing to adults and children on site and in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where she resides. And if you're really good, she might do it remotely. So please join me in welcoming Queen Reverend AdaRa to Wisdom Walk Talk. Woohoo!
Oh, woo, woo. Listen to that intro. My goodness. Well, it's long enough. So if all of you can tell, anytime you got anything that long, you know you've been on the planet, on Gaia, a long time, which I have, okay? But I've been making, as we say, lemonade out of the lemons that got handed me, okay? And before I go further, I want to honor all the men out there, all the fathers, all the sons, all the uncles, the brothers, whatever you are. It is Father's Day. And for all you women who serve in both roles, and some of you men who serve in both roles, just know that I know you know how to nurture. And I'm giving as an ancestor, which you did, Jojo Pa, I have to plug my ancestor, my one and only, the Monsignor. And he said, I'm coming in this interview too. So anyway, that's it. So he's going to be here for that. And let's just roll. Cause you know, I have a lot that I always have to say to people, and I love it. And just so you know, people, I really do. I work 90% remote now. I see very few people that here are in Albuquerque. I saw them all the time live when I was when I lived in Maryland, when I was in Ellicott City in Columbia. But after I moved to New Mexico, my spirit guides and ancestors said, cut it back. You got to learn to work more efficiently, which most of you really have to learn to do as well. And so that's what we have to do. So I'm going to give it back to you so I can give the people what it is they desire, what we need. And you know, I got a lot. I got 2 more show and tells that I have to do.
Absolutely. Well, firstly, you know, for the last 5 months, I have been sharing and talking about what I call the 5 collective commitments for people who are committed to and doing their wisdom walking. And those 5 collective commitments, I realized when I got to June, hey, why not take some time to have some of the people I love come on and talk about them? And so this is an opportunity for us to do that. And of course, the 5 commitments are, the first one is about believe, then it's heal ancestral wounds, then it's move forward from the inside out, then it's live on purpose, and all of that culminates into going beyond the past, the trauma barriers, whatever would hold us back to stepping into this new earth and this new life. So, Queen, my first question to you is, please share what these first 6 months of 2024, again, this powerful mineral year, has been for you. What's been going on for you?
Well, most people would probably say a lot, and that is because there's just so much movement in 2024. And I mean, even physical movement. The universe, my ancestors and spirit guides are sending me support. I've never had support like this to see 4 people move. And these people are coming from places they've lived in 10 years, 4 years. One man is coming this week. He'll be here. He's looking to move to Albuquerque. I've never had this kind of support after I got here. And you say, what does that mean? When you get a push like that, when you get something up in your face that says you are getting support, so for what we give you, there's a give back, there's an equal and opposite exchange. Sometimes it's not equal, you know, so it was definitely opposite. That meant I just had to revamp and I won't even say rethink. I'm going to say this right now up front. I want a lot of you out there, stop thinking. We've given too much credence to what I call that wonderful, beautiful brain, but it has gotten us in a lot of, as you know, war, conflicts, and whatever, whether it's family, whatever. But what I've been doing is revamping my life and how I serve myself, as well as how I'm serving other people. We spend a lot of time serving others. And I have a golden rule. I don't give something to someone else that I can't give myself. And I'm not going to serve someone else something that I can't actually serve myself and live with myself. So I've had to go back and look at my work, get together with spirit again, not sit down and analyze, not think. This is going to spirit. This is going to my ancestors and revamp. What am I to do in 2024 that's, again, going to help people, that's going to help me? And one of the biggest things for me, the largest, and I'm here to share this with all of you, is to change your consciousness. How do you do that? How do you do that so it's as above? And because I take a lot of spiritual, I am a spiritual teacher. I teach spiritual principles. As she said, I'm a medium. And my website, as well as my email, is RevAdaRa is at Spirit is my life, because it is. It's been that since I first instituted. I've never changed it. I added a new one. But these 6 months, I've had to revamp consciousness. I've had to look at and not again rethink. Sit in spirit, sit and do two things: silent and listen, folks. Same 6 letters. You can't listen if you don't get silent. So get silent, listen. Don't try to, some of you I know and have some students that do that, try to write and listen at the same time. No, don't. The ego's trying to tell you to multitask. Don't do that. Give 100% of your time, your energy to spirit. Listen first. They'll give it back to you. If you thought you missed something, that's the ego trying to tell you missed it. No, you didn't. So in these 6 months, even though I steadily, I'm a steady meditator, I had to go to spirit and let them advise me. Now, again, for those spiritual people out there, I know your audience is, you don't allow spirit. They don't just tell you what to do. Yes, you meet with them, you negotiate. You then, after you do that, you can bring it into the realm of what I call the 3D thinking and brain. When you want to write something down, you want to concretize it. So that's what I had to do around the services I give. My website, I've made big changes to my website. I also have a free healing service, as JoJo Pot knows. She maybe will do that a little bit more at the end. But I had to even redo that according to how Spirit wanted me to offer it to people. And so my service is quite different than most. And I pack it in the 40 minutes that I have. So I've had to actually revamp that, restructure it. I didn't so much restructure my business, but what I restructured was the services and some that I offered. And Spirit even guided me and said, you have to offer some things. We don't care that it's not up on your website first. That's man's way of doing it. Start teaching it. You will draw the people in. You can get it up later, and then other people will come for it. So I've had to do a lot of that. And it's around consciousness. And I've used this. It's called the Map of Consciousness. I have a real inexpensive meditation on my website based on, and I'm going to show you right here, the LL.C level means level of consciousness. If you look, I don't care where you are. Most of us are at the bottom, under what is 200, the bottom. Shame, guilt, apathy. That's where we are. Shame, guilt, apathy, fear, whatever. I'm trying to get people here. And there is a meditation. Love is LL.C 500. Joy is LL.C 540. Peace is LL.C 600. That's all I want to say. The Map of Consciousness. JoJo Pot knows where to get it. We can talk about it, but I'm taking people. I don't care how bad you are, how much guilt, shame, whatever you have, which goes with your 5 commitments. You can get out of that by practicing with spirit to meditate. You meditate on love. You meditate on joy. You meditate on bringing yourself into peace, and stop dissing yourself. Stop self-sabotaging and stop attacking yourself. That's basically it.
Queen, let me just give you a validation about how over these past 6 months, there has been this shifting going on. And just like you've been sharing, it's kind of been nonstop. And it is, really doing things that we didn't plan, didn't figure out. I am like traveling around again in a way that I didn't think I would ever be doing again like this, right? It's that kind of thing going on. And it is a time when there is a lot of fear. There's a lot of stress because of all of this changing that's going on. And so what you're sharing, you've got some tools you said that you would be sharing along with the consciousness chart, are designed to really help people navigate through that fear, right? To not stay stuck in that place of doubt and worry and fear. Yeah.
Now, I've been at this. She was very, very nice. Okay. It's almost been 50 years. We're really pushing 50. Okay. So I'm belying my age, but you know what, folks, that's one of the things we have to do. And that's in her commitments. So I'm going to try to actually correlate these now. And I just held something up. This is called Blocks to Healing. This is my chart. And it's only 2 pages, but any and everything you could possibly cover is on here. Like you said, what you seek is seeking you. And so what you want to do, that is the love, joy, and peace. And again, my website, I have a 5-minute, it's $5 really, meditation. Once you learn it, and I try to make things very reasonable, and even my services have to be reasonable because I know I serve indigenous people, what the country calls minorities. I don't, no. But those 5 collective commitments you have, one was around belief. And so what I've had to do even this year, I've been with the group almost 30 years, and we make, and I'm just going to show them, we make waters, but I'm going to actually show them to you. Now you say, why? What does this have to do with the 5 commitments? Where you say, hold on to your dreams and beliefs, folks. Beliefs, actually, I don't care what you think you're thinking and manifesting. Most of what you are manifesting are from your subconscious beliefs. And most of you, including me, but there's a way to break them, don't know what's in that subconscious. And the subconscious is what really rules and what manifests. You will try to do it with some conscious things, but it's the subconscious. That's where the fears, the doubt, the disappointment, like I said on that map, everything below 200 is survival. So take a good look at that. Shame, guilt, apathy, everything below 200, and that's fear, is at survival level. That map, you can get it off Amazon. It's from Dr. David Hawkins, but the map is now its own book. I use that to help shift people's consciousness. Why? When a client comes to me, I don't care if they're on the phone or physical, I can track through energy kinesiology. Again, I know that's a mouthful, but you're magnetic and you're also electrical. And so most you're electromagnetic beings. So what I do is I've been trained in what we call advanced finger modes, and I can read your energy. I don't even really have to touch you. Yes, I can balance your meridians. I can balance your chakras. I was doing this when this wasn't even popular. You say, how come I don't know about her? That's because I prayed to Spirit and I said, put me where I'm going to be most useful. And that doesn't mean in front of a big TV screen where somebody gets popular and then I get contract. I don't want all that stuff. I need to know
now.
Yes, right in the middle. I need to be on the 4-lane highway where the people are. And that's why I wrote my book, Everybody's Truth, Muscle Testing for the Masses. So being stuck. So these are blocks to healing. And let me tell you, folks, all blocks, you're going to say, boy, she's just saying things as if you can't change these. Well, I'm just going to tell you, it is subconscious. And the only things you can change are your limitations on not changing. Did you get that? Because most of you have limitations. Take the limitations off. But what are they? They're all your stuff. And I have classes to do that. Did you know that shame and guilt go back 4 generations, a minimum? I can energy test any individual to see how far it goes back. But we don't have to do all this analysis. You don't have to do, I used to do past life regression, 30 some years ago. I don't need to do that now. I can take this stuff off of you because the level of consciousness and the rate at which people are changing, and what my guidance has been with the spirit world is do stuff more efficiently in larger groups, be more effective, but do it on that individual basis so that people know they got help. So releasing blocks, where are your blocks? They're at the subconscious level. So that's why you can't think everything. All the talk therapy doesn't work. It doesn't. So you have emotional stashes. I'm just going to read emotional stashes, psychic attacks. Again, I'm a trained shaman practitioner. So yeah, I know how to deal with those. Poor guidance. Now, some people say, oh, not. Yes, guides can be mimicked. You can have poor, bad guidance because you keep trusting them. You don't have what I call shields. You don't have safeguards to know who and what you are talking to. And I have to do that as a medium. I really do. Okay. So you can have poor guides. There's an assumption that the guide has to tell the truth. No, not if it's a low level entity trying to mimic a higher guide. I'm going on. Like a lot of people don't have a guide, what I call high light protection, whether it's clear light, whether you see white light. What is it? You need to increase that. You need to do that before you go into prayer, before you meditate, and certainly before you talk to anything or anyone in the spirit world. Most people don't. Oh, I have this gift. I can just go in and do it. Okay. Fools tread where, and I'm not going to finish that because that's what happens. You get hurt doing some of that. So there are safeguards, but blocks to healing, being stuck. JoJo said it. Hidden thought forms, walls, shut doors, unconscious payoffs, what I call the rainy day. If I do this or so-and-so did this to me, you're the one, you're still the original blueprint, folks. No matter what you try to send out or you think you're sending to someone else, it starts with you. You're still going to be the recipient of what you're trying to send. This is the one, everybody, no one escapes this, not even me. No one. And I haven't had one client in 40 years. Deep-seated karmic blocks. This is stuff you don't want to remember, you don't want to know, and you cannot, folks, I'm going to say it, you cannot kill energy. That is why her 5 collective beliefs. Now, what is a belief? A belief is simply that. It is not what I call a knowingness. A belief can be changed. That's why that map of consciousness, you start with one belief and take a page out of my book. Spirit gave me this. I have dance cards for what I call CC and DD. You say, what's that? You can clear, cancel, delete a belief. Did you hear me? That's CC and the first D. Clear, cancel, delete. No matter what the belief is. So I have a dance hall. This is my imagination. So where she has belief, you go to the dance hall. I give CC and DT their cards, and then I start doing my little work. Whatever it is I think that I want to get rid of that's really been nagging me, no matter what it is. Relationship. Oh, as I age, I'm going to give you a belief a lot of you have. Well, this runs in my family. Well, let it run out. Okay, there's epigenetics, your environment. Get rid of it. Okay, just because your mother had it, your grandmother, your grandfather, your ancestor, you don't have to have that stuff. So you get rid of it. So here we go. And there is one, healing. This is called sacred healing. My waters, these waters come in. This is the 2-ounce cobalt, and it's water with a frequency. For every negative frequency in this universe, there is an equal and opposite positive. The group I serve, it's not just to plug them. Why am I saying that? You think your bone, flesh, the Western system is built on what? Bone, physical stuff. And if you're too emotionally upset, they send you to the shrink, send you to the side. Okay, no. Get rid of the beliefs that are impacting the physical, that are impacting the emotion, that are impacting the spiritual. So guess what? We have one, and I had to use it. So don't think I give my clients things that I don't have to use. Okay, one of them is sacred healing, and we have a heal tune. It is to address both the emotional and the physical. So in terms of belief, change the belief. That's all it is. So dance with CC and DD, clear, cancel, delete the beliefs. The last DD is download. Download the positive, download something good, something positive. I use the KISS principle. Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it simple. Okay. That's not the Western, and brain and ego wants you to work hard. And I'm not saying these programs aren't good. So let me clear that up right now. Okay. What I simply mean is the old 3D paradigm, we got to put folks in 2 worlds. And I intend, as I've told JoJo, before I leave this one, my legacy, I will know that I made a contribution. So I have a sealed bottle of New World on my altar. That is my contribution before I leave this planet, of the level of consciousness that I'm putting. You can ingest it. You say, why? Now I'm going to say this. You can say that I may be limited because, oh, this lady thinks, this sister has to have a bottle and of water. Well, that's her limitation. Let me tell you why I'm accepting this until spirit changes it. Your bodies are over 70 or 80% water, folks. You're not just flesh, blood, and bones. They will give you all that physical stuff and lab reports, but sorry, you are made in the image of spirit first, and you are a human having a spiritual experience. But you get rid of those beliefs. You clear, cancel, delete And then you download the new ones. Now, how do you do it? She has here, you heal. Well, you can use Heal Tune. I take the water because as you ingest water, since your bodies are over 80% water, the frequency, these are so potent, you can take, I'm on 10 right now. And it only takes, your body is made so magnificently, it can accept a new frequency every 15 seconds. Now you say, how do I know that? If I have to test you individually because you don't want to believe me, fine, I'll just do that in a few seconds. I will test your energy field to see how frequent. If you have two of these, is it 15 seconds apart or is it 10? Okay, so you can try to refute anything. I will test at the highest level, whatever word you use for God, source, creator, Obatala, Yemaya, I don't care what it is. We use your word, test you at the highest level. So you try to skate around me, you can't. I will get you in a sealed little space, and then I'm going to check your energy field as to what is going to be optimal for you. So yes, you have Heal Tune. So you use these waters. The move forward. Let me show you this one. And I manifested. And JoJo Pa hasn't gotten to my new light home yet, but she's going to say, whoa, when she does. I have manifested 4 houses in my life. The first one is the only one I sold to buy one off. You say, what does this have to do with move forward? Because I consciously changed how I manifested. No, I didn't just use the law of attraction. I use waters and I sat in meditation to listen, then concretize what it is. Then I move forward. So yes, I use Heal Tune. Yes, I use the map of consciousness. Yes, I took off all the crap off myself. So I'm not going to say I'm not the perfect practitioner, now, and I'm not the practitioner for people who choose to be victims. Now, we have waters for victims. And for those of you who did make vows, and I'm being very serious, bodhisattva vows that I don't want to go through this lifetime again. You can't kill energy, folks. All you can do is transmute it, meaning, for instance, if you run water, if you freeze the water, it's still water, you got ice. If you take the ice, put it in a pot and put heat, meaning anger, irateness, bitterness, put the heat to it, it turns back to water. Keep the heat on. What happens? It turns to steam. Keep the steam on, it vaporizes. Did you get rid of the water? No, it changed its form. So that's what I want you all to understand. No, they said take that word out, not understand. I want you to stand in the comprehension of how energy works and how it's really made. So when you go beyond, you actually can release, and that's what I'm saying, release blocks to healing, clear, cancel, delete, and then download. Even the ancestral runes, the psychological blocks. And JoJo Pa said it, that the ancestors, they don't want you repeating what they did incorrectly. They're here to help you correct. But some of you have to dismiss the ones that are jealous. You really do. And you have to know which of the ones are here to really assist you. So we have over 400 emotional. Now, why do I say that? Energy and motion, emotional remedies. We have consciousness combo changing. We call it the triple C. We have destiny. Some people pretend they can love. Some people pretend that they can accept love. No, there's an energetic barrier there. This will break it. Now, here's one all of you have to know, and then I'm going to hand it back over to JoJo Pa, because I know I'm moving fast, but going beyond. The last 2 I want to talk about, and I made a course, and I didn't even get it up on my website, and I've done it 7 right now. This is called Dream Future Self. I didn't tell any of my clients until I used it for Dream Future Self. I used 1 bottle. I ingested it. The little bottles take 28 to 30 days. Just water. They all taste the same, water with a frequency. They will not operate like that in your body. So I took that to manifest the house. And I said that about the houses. Why? Because the second one, I paid off from 30. I paid it down in 12 years. The house I lived in Santa Fe in 9 years, I paid off in 3 months. And I had to buy the house before Spirit sold my house in Maryland. And the one I'm now, the most expensive, beautiful, I put everything in it because Source said, don't you spare anything. Seek ye first the kingdom and all things shall be added unto you. So that's what I did. That's the meditation. I did my due diligence and I paid this off in 7 days, folks. The most expensive 7 days. I moved November 22, November 10th, and I walked into the bank and paid it off. What was it? Set at the table, November 17th. 12 years, 3 months, 7 days. And no, I have no children. No, I have no husband. I am, like I said, spirit is my life. That's what I've been married to. So, last thing, Subtune. This is the last one I really want to mention. I had a big one. These are sealed. Dream Future Self is sealed because I have a class. It's 30 minutes. I take you to meet your future self. After that, you don't repeat the class with me. You go and meet her or him 3 years or 5 years in advance. I test your energy field to see which is more optimal and beneficial for you, 3 years or 5 years. Subtune, all of you, all of us, including us spiritual people, because they got something. And when I say the they, I know who I'm talking about. I can't mention names and conglomerates, but we do have other energies, because Earth is a big schoolhouse, one of the hardest but the best for learning socialization and how to love. It really is. All of us came here for a particular purpose. So Subtune. Now, what is that? Subconscious tune. I asked my water sommelier to make, from our group, to make a new water. It is called Past Life. Why? I said, my guy said, stop doing these. We don't want to trigger people. Stop doing past life regressions and all this. Just use this chart once or twice. Let's get a water. We now have past life residue. It will break. You don't need to know how you left all these other lives. This is not your first rodeo, folks. It really isn't. If you thought you just came here one time, no, you've been here before. You just forgot. That's the big what part of
unless you're a newbie. There really are newbies.
Yeah, no, there are. Yeah, I got right across the street.
Listen, Queen, because you know I gotta watch the time.
Okay, Subtune. That's all I wanted to say. It breaks any subconscious programming that comes through media, radio, TV, what you're watching. Even if you think you're spiritual and you're watching all those things, they will still program what you're watching, but it breaks that frequency. That is what freed me up when I got rid of all the garbage to do this. So I use Dream Future Self, Subtune. They stay sealed. And the big one is when I really mess up, folks. If you don't want to forgive me, I forgive myself, and so does spirit. So I have resonance forgiveness. I have 3 sealed bottles, okay, on my altar. Forgiveness, Subtune, Dream Future Self, and we just made a new one, Belief Residue, and that's the other one. So that's how I meet all of your, okay, is to sit, to be silent, to really work with spirit, get rid of the beliefs that don't serve you anymore, download the new ones, and it doesn't take a long time.
Absolutely.
That's the other belief. And see,
I'm going to show your quote where you say, no doctor or healer cures or heals you. Nope. The best that anyone can do for you is to connect to the energy in you, for those self-healing vibrations have their own knowingness. Your energy and vibrations know they are connected to the universe and that they are part of your divine DNA pattern. And this again comes from your wonderful, wonderful book that you did. It's been almost 20 years, right?
Almost 20, yes.
It's almost 20 years. Absolutely.
People call me a witch when I wrote that.
Right.
Everybody
exactly. Things have really, really shifted so much.
Yes, they have.
So listen, we're coming to a wind down. And I'd just like you to take a minute for a closing remark in regards to, you know, how you're sharing with people about the fact that there are resources out there, there are tools out there, there are people out there like you, not many, but definitely like you, who have been in this business, in this practice of healing and helping people learn about how to heal oneself for so many years. So what's one thing you would like the audience to take away from what you've been sharing tonight?
I'm going to use the word trust. Stop doubting, trust. To rely upon spirit totally, TRUST, or total reliance upon spirit's timing. Trust.
Beautiful.
Trust
Beautiful.
yourself and love. You deserve you.
Beautiful.
That's
Thank
the
you.
next
Thank you.
vibration. Pull the highest vibration of you in here by trusting and by loving you first
Beautiful.
and share it.
That's it. That's it. So here is how you can easily connect with Queen AdaRa, Queen Reverend. She has this Heart for Healing service, non-denominational, open to the public, online Zoom, for elevating optimal healing at all levels of the body and soul. Is it the first and third
Yes, it
Wednesday?
is.
Okay, so
Just
first,
yeah.
third Wednesday of every month, and it's at 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, not Mountain
Yes.
Standard, but Mountain Daylight Time, which would
Right.
be 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is absolutely free, and you can find it on her website, which is another way that you can connect with her directly, which is spiritismylife.com.
Look for the big heart on the homepage. Look for the big heart. Scroll down, you'll get in. Come on down for Wednesday.
Well, as always, as soon as I get my thing up here, yeah, I couldn't even print out my written thing. Thank God that the phones let you look at email, which I had to do. But I want to, as always, close out tonight first by thanking Queen Reverend Dr. AdaRa for showing up, putting up with all this technical stuff we had in the beginning. And also, my text said that your voice is coming through very well over the radio, so we nailed it. We're multicasting. I love it.
You know what I did, Jojo? But I told Spirit 2 words: fix it. Okay, we have that kind of relationship, folks, because this is a long time coming practice. I said, fix it.
I
So they
love
can
it.
get what they need, and I can work with her.
I love it. Of course, I also want to shout out to all my regular listeners and watchers out there, those of you who have wisdom walk with me and you know who you are, to my family on both coasts and in the middle of the country, to my spiritual kin everywhere, my transformational leadership colleagues, my medicine brothers and sisters like Queen AdaRa all around the world, and those who may be listening or watching for the first time. Thank you. Big thank you. I couldn't do this without your interest, your willingness, and your commitment to get to your happy endings in life. Now, for those of you who are listening through the Black Hole Radio, you can access my video on June's Elemental Wisdom and Astrology for Self-Mastery on my YouTube channel, Wisdom Walk 2 Self-Mastery. You also can get notified through my Facebook page and my Facebook group, Wisdom Walk Community, if you're subscribed to, or if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, you definitely will get the notice of when I'm going live. Now, next week, I will do another multicast, a live broadcast and live stream, Sunday, June the 23rd, same bat time, 5 p.m. Pacific. And my guest will be Sister Queen Noor Jawad, which I'm so looking forward to. And as always, I just want to plug my book, Wisdom Walk to Self-Mastery, Ancient Wisdom for Transforming Pain. Also, my dear Queen sister, who's going to be coming on at the end of the month, Juanita Roberson, The Inner Ground Railroad, 40-day journey into remembering soul and spirit. And last but not least, I want to thank my God, my ancestors, my spirit guides, loving entities, everything that walks with me and walks with Queen AdaRa, that keeps our heads to the sky, our feet to the ground, and our hearts open to do this important work with and for all of you. Now, have a healthy, safe fire week. That's what we have coming up on Monday. Becoming more forgiving of yourself and others. Now continue to use those masks and or strengthen your immune system, because microorganisms don't care. They want to live. So practice safe relating, wash those hands, drink that water, avoid perceived safety, embrace science safety, and most importantly, most importantly, please remember that you are not disposable. Why? Because you, my darlings, you are divine. Good night now.